very transparent in terms of our membership and how we conduct our faith. So I think we're very positive about, because in Korea at least we're seeing some decline in numbers of infected, and churches are trying to see how we can rebound from this huge outbreak and huge damage that has done to a lot of different aspects of society.
And I wonder, Reverend, and I may be way off base here, but has this hardship, has this episode tested the faith of anybody within your community who may have wondered, why is this happening?
Okay, that's, I think, a very good question. At the same time, very deep question. In the past, for example, when we see somebody die, when we see something bad happening, we usually question ourselves, what's the meaning of this? But at this point, I think there's no such question, because everybody is going through this difficult time, and we're not trying to be too theological about this issue. We're not saying that we sinned against God, that's why this epidemic is upon us. We're trying to keep away from that kind of discussion at this point.
And Reverend, finally, when do you think that that things will return to normal there?
Hopefully, because we're seeing, like I said before, we're seeing some decline in the number of infected people here in Korea, that I'm looking at, like, just before summer, that the numbers will go down dramatically. But the recovery will take a lot of time, especially for churches. I think that we'll have maybe from a few months from now, we'll have 50% of people coming back to church, and then 60%, 70%. If we'll make the full recovery, that I'm not really sure. But I am still hopeful for using different platforms to work with our members and also be a healthy church.
Thank you so much to Hannah Kim for taking time to speak to us here on CNN. I want to take you back to China, where the pandemic began, if you remember, more than 2 months ago.